Hi, folks. Welcome in. Seven Rivers Racing, KQEG TV. I'm Dan Dyker back with, we were 1 for 2 last weekend racing-wise. We cover Mississippi Thunder Speedway and the Crosse Fairgrounds Speedway. Of course, MTS in Fountain City was off last Friday night to help those folks celebrate Steamboat Days in Winona. They'll be back out this weekend. Matter of fact, 6 o'clock will be the A and B Midwest Modifieds up in Fountain City at MTS. 7 o'clock, USRA Modifieds, USRA Late Models, the B Mods, Wasota Superstock, 600 Mods, Sportsman, and MTS Hornets. Got a rumor that a lot of lacrosse Thunderstock drivers are going to be testing out the dirt this Friday night, so that should be quite interesting there. That'll be the first dirt race I missed this year, as I'll get to announce my second race for the Great Northern Sportsman Series down in Madison on Friday night. So I'm kind of looking forward to getting down there and testing out the mics. Never announced out of Madison, so that should be kind of a cool deal. But MississippiThunderSpeedway.com for more information. Also, the July 3rd is the 7th annual River City Rumble at the Mississippi Thunder Speedway. $2,000 to win for the A mods and the B mods. The Liquid Nitro 600 Mod Touring Series will be there, and the other classes will see a little padding of the paychecks as well. So remember, July 3rd, the 7th annual River City Rumble. Let's give you the Crosse Speedway recap from last Saturday night's races out at the Speedway. We're going to start things off with the late model class, and man, I tell you what, I don't think I've ever seen, as long as I've been in lacrosse, Steve Carlson do what he's done so far this year. 3 feature wins, 2 top 2s, and a third, and that is just, that's incredible if you're sitting behind him trying to chase him down a tad bit. He started about halfway through the field, and after a couple of cautions, matter of fact, 3 of them, started on the inside of 2 of them with Jack Litcham on the outside. It was a single wide restart on the last one, and he just kind of went away from the field as he had Brad Powell and Ty Majeski in tow pretty much for the last 3 laps of this one. We'll show you the white flag as that was the battle there. It was Majeski and Powell. Majeski almost got underneath Powell coming into turn 2, but door went shut, and Brad Powell cruises on to a second place standing that night, as you see Majeski trying to make another run to the outside. Majeski got rained out at Jefferson, so he decided to change plans and hit lacrosse one more time, and it was fruitful as he takes 3rd. Mike Carlson 4th, Jack Litcham a very respectable 5th place finish. I think my guest gave him a couple of tips on some things at the car, and we'll talk about him later on in the program. So Carlson again sits on top of the point standings. To the Sportsman we go, and another point leader here, Nick Clements, had to start towards the back on this one since he won the feature 2 weeks ago. Worked his way up and had a nice finish towards the end, but it was Tony Lease who took him a couple laps to get past Jeff Thompson, who was your pole sitter, and it was pretty much all Tony Lease from there. As you can see, not much chasing action going down that beautiful sunset there in turn number 3. Lease has been on a rail this year too. It's been pretty much Lease and Clements all the way through the 2015 race season. Looking at the top 5, well, Bill Martin broke out of the pack. It was about a 4-car jumble there for several laps. He ends up finishing ahead of Clements. Brian Hesselberg took 3rd. Lease with the win, of course, followed by Thompson, Martin, Clements, and Hesselberg. Brian Hesselberg having another solid run in the 2015 race season. So big win there for Tony Lease to try to at least stay within the point lead that Nick Clements has held throughout the race season. The Thunderstocks were kind of interesting as well. It came down to 2 cars bumping and banging to the white stripe to finish this one off on the Action Track quarter mile. That's Toma's Bill Schott right there in the 0-2. Had about a car and a half lead until the closing laps. You see Kyle Lockington going for Rookie of the Year honors and his first feature race win. This was pretty much the last 2 laps. There's the white. Lockington tried to go down low. There was nothing there. He tried the high side, nothing there. And we were hoping to see a side-by-side battle here with a half a lap to go. There you see Lockington jump to the outside. Watch this finish. Watch this finish. As it was just that much, a little bit of a bump, a little bit of a scrape off the front straightaway, and Schott went on to win. Well, that was until the post-race inspection when Bill Schott was disqualified for an infraction, and that gave the rookie Lockington his first feature win on the year and some really good points to sit on top of that Rookie of the Year point standing. The Hornets came out, and another new winner in the Hornet class. I went down to the pits earlier that night, and I talked to Mark Lethe, of course, brothers with Tom Lethe. I said, man, that car you're driving looks awfully familiar. This blue 33 you're going to see right here, that's a former John Radke car. Of course, Radke won several not only races here at La Crosse, but also on the dirt up in Mississippi Thunder Speedway and in Decorah. And Mark found a good night to find a good car, but he found a competitor, Steve Bornitz, back out to the track again. Of course, Steve and Mark Bornitz running that number 26 probe, and this had a lot of sparks. This one came all the way down to the white stripe. That's hard to do, to hold off Bornitz. Look at that, a little bit of a collision, 3 times around, half a car lead, and the win for Mark Lethe, his first ever at the La Crosse Speedway. Bornitz took second, Jeff Thompson third, Nate Towner, who took a nice little ride through the weeds, ended up fourth, and Jeff Von Ruden had a top 5. Not many big-time crashes to really replay back to you last Saturday night. We will show you one that Corey Jankowski and Matt Henderson kind of get into, as they were both battling to stay in the top 5 for the La Crosse late models. It was just a little bit of a tap, and that sent Henderson into a spin, and everybody else was on the binders. Howland just misses that. Let's see the different angle here from turn 1, and you don't really see much contact right there, and didn't even realize that there was contact until the reformation of the drivers came around, and all of a sudden you saw Jankowski and Henderson both go towards the back, but they both raced back up and had some really decent finishes, as they have so far this racing season. So the next race is coming up for La Crosse, June 27th. Big night, late models, sportsmen, thunder stocks, the street stocks are back out all the way from Miller Park. It'll be the world's famous Clements Racing sausages. Usually 4 or 5 of them are going to be on the front straightaway, and yes, they do race on the action track quarter mile, 2-legged wise, no wheels involved. And we're going to have the world famous Outhouse Novelty Race, which is a treat to call, standing down there inside the winner's circle. Check out LaCrosseSpeedway.com. Do want to remind you that a big show is coming up here on July 3rd. We're going to race Friday night this year of the 4th of July weekend. The Tundra Super Late Models are going to be in town, along with the Great Northern Sportsman Series, Thunder Stocks, the Double Spin to Win, the Lights Out Novelty Race, and a huge fireworks show. And of course, you can check out LaCrosseSpeedway.com for more information. When we come back, we're going to take the next 2 segments and talk to a longtime friend of mine of the TV program, also of the radio program at WKTY on Saturdays, and he's going to be featured at La Crosse on July 3rd. When we come back, it's Superstar Motorsports right here on KQEG TV.
Get ready for the Thunder!
The Mississippi Thunder Speedway.
Your Friday night racing destination.
Every Friday night.
Super stocks, modified.
600 mods.
Pure stocks, street stocks, B-mods.
It's racing excitement, dirt track style. Tickets $12 for adults, $10 for seniors. Students free with an ID. And this year, kids 17 and under free with an adult admission. Friday night racing starts at 7.
Bring on the Thunder!
Dirt track style at the Mississippi Thunder Speedway.
Highway 35 just north of Fountain City.
Some of the best moments in life happen at home. American Standard Heating and Air works smarter to make them all more comfortable.
Over $400 in rebates available on select American Standard systems. Call Carey Heating and Air Conditioning today for a free estimate.
Welcome back, Seven Rivers Racing, KQEG TV. I'm Dan Dyker. Just before the break, we were telling you about a big race coming up at the La Crosse Fairgrounds Speedway, one that I had circled on my calendar as soon as the schedule came out this year. I think this will be the 3rd year that the Tundra Super Late Models are going to be making an appearance back at the La Crosse Speedway. To me, it's like a mini Oktoberfest, because every driver in the Tundras is in Oktoberfest, and it's a nice chance to talk to some old friends, some new drivers that are coming through. And again, that's going to be on Friday night, July 3rd. No racing this year on Saturday night at La Crosse. It's Friday night, July 3rd. And my next guest, without even seeing who he is, if there was some way I could block out him and just see, well, here's a good indication right here. I've got 2 cranberries right there, and if you pan that camera over that way, Superstar Motorsports, Corey Jankowski always comes with cranberries, courtesy of Havelman. Hey, glad to have you back on the program.
Back at you. Love to be here. Thanks for having me before. Rockfest this time.
Yeah, that was right. Last year you kind of didn't have a voice.
No, I didn't have a voice at all.
Well, it's good to have you back on the program. Of course, only guy, and I even talked about this at the track on Saturday. Drivers, when you come on the program, you've got sponsors. Bring stuff. I think this is the third year in a row now that you've brought something representing your biggest sponsor.
Yep. These I had to save a little bit. This is what the package comes into. You'll see them at the stores. Well, I can't say Burnside no more. They all got bought out by Gordy's now. So, but anyways, they do have all these packages up coming in the fall here. But I had to save a case of this. So for this program, so I was saving all this to put on your show here.
And these are good too. These are really good.
Yeah, you can have them
Fresh. You hear them crack?
Yeah. A little frozen, but they're good.
Hableman's in Toma. Not only can you find them in Toma, you can find them on your car for, I don't even know how many years now you've had them as a sponsor.
Yeah, in 2008, I've had them on my car, and they've been wonderful. They've stayed behind me throughout, even the good times and the bad times, my little racing ordeals.
Sure.
I've been having actually really good luck lately a little bit, you know. Haven't won a championship since I wore this old jacket here since 2010. I won a back-to-back down in the Dells for limited late models. So I'm getting closer. When you bump yourself up to super late models, it's just an all new.
That's a whole different monster right there.
Yeah, it's another digit, but it's a lot to learn. But I like it. It's fun.
Now, you've been with the Tundra, you've been since day one, because this is year number 3. Have you raced all 3 years?
I've been on most of the Tundra series. Sorry, I love these cranberries.
Keep eating. They're good. They're good.
The Tundra series, I think I skipped out in 1 year. I think it was 2013. I didn't do that much with them. Just trying to recalculate a lot of things I was working on. And since last year, I got a team together. That's the biggest thing. I was missing a team.
Right.
And last couple years, I've been growing on getting a team together. I have actually John Olson. He actually helps me out and stuff. I got a new guy, Andy. He's been coming help me out. I went back to Derek Squire's shop, whatever. So that's kind of my little headquarters there now. So he's been helping me out, and so I think it's come along pretty good. Last year, like I said, we had a slow start, but we ended up real strong in the Tundra Series. Finished 4th overall in the point system.
That's not easy to do.
No,
not with those drivers that are in the class.
Especially, we had 3 tracks I've never been to. One was Norway, Michigan, Kaukauna, and Slinger. And
that's 3 different monsters. Well,
tell me about it. I actually finished very well, and well, not Kaukauna. I didn't do it a little good. This year I did a little bit better.
Right.
But last year I did.
Just a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. You go on a big track for the Tundra Series with a crate motor. They make you weigh a lot less. I mean, we're about 200 pounds less than everybody else. But I still couldn't get to qualify in. But I had a provisional, and I used it very wisely.
Nice.
I didn't hesitate. So, you want to use your provisional? I said, sure.
What did you think of Michigan? I've had some Tundra drivers on the radio show this year, and I asked them the same thing as the ones that had never been to that Norway track.
When I went there, I actually qualified for the show. And it was 30-some cars plus, and I qualified for it, and I was very impressed. And but when I raced with some of their locals, I learned a lot of things. If they tap you once, that's a warning to move over and let them by.
Right.
Because the second time they move you. And I got sent. It's funnier than heck, but
home track rules, I guess.
Home track rules. And so, that's how they play around here. Okay.
Well, you've got lacrosse coming up here in a couple of weeks. I know that you're always a big-time fan favorite to come back to Lacrosse Speedway.
Yes.
The antics, nobody ever knows what to expect when you come out of the car. You always throw me for a curve during Oktoberfest when you're down there. I mean, it's almost like Oktoberfest. I think the past 3 or 4 years now, we've seen the different things. People expect something out of you during Oktoberfest, which the fans love.
Yeah, I've climbed fences. I've flipped. I can't flip like Edwards, whatever, but I do. things go in my head because I'm a big WWE wrestling fan.
Sure.
I went to WrestleMania this year for the first time ever, and I thought that was just phenomenal. San Jose, California. Never been there.
Oh, nice.
It was really cool. The whole thing was cool.
I've seen the capes come up before.
Yeah, capes. I like doing the Randy Orton thing.
Oh, yeah.
I just think of stuff in my head, and I don't know. It's always something different because the fans want to see it. I mean, I have a group of people that follow me wherever I go. They always call, text, where are you going next, and stuff like that. So to go in victory lane, do the same thing every time, it gets a little boring.
Right.
So I am going to do something.
Well, it's like a couple years ago we had at Oktoberfest. I want to say that was maybe 3 years ago. You were one of the 3 contestants for Best Appearing Car.
Yes, I got one.
It was you, and it was when Weinkauf had the old school paint job.
Yep.
And I'm not sure who else was a part of that 3-car fan vote for Best Appearing Car at Oktoberfest, and you won that, and the different colored cape came out that time, which really, I still can't believe you got back in your car and back out that fast dressed. And I'm standing right there like, how did he just do that?
How I roll.
Corey Jankowski joining us on the program, along with the Hableman Cranberries. When we come back, we're going to talk about what he's done so far this year, whether he feels he has an advantage running the Crosse Speedway for the Tundra Super Late Models July 3rd, and what else is in store for Superstar Motorsports next on KQEG TV.
Get ready for the Thunder!
The Mississippi Thunder Speedway.
Your Friday night racing destination.
Every Friday night.
Super stocks, modifieds,
600 mods.
pure stocks, street stocks, B-mods.
It's racing excitement, dirt track style. Tickets $12 for adults, $10 for seniors. Students free with an ID. And this year, kids 17 and under free with an adult admission. Friday night racing starts at 7.
Bring on the Thunder!
Dirt track style at the Mississippi Thunder Speedway.
Highway 35 just north of Fountain City.
Some of the best moments in life happen at home. American Standard Heating and Air works smarter to make them all more comfortable.
Over $400 in rebates available on select American Standard systems. Call Carey Heating and Air Conditioning today for a free estimate.
We are back. Seven Rivers Racing, KQEG TV. I'm Dan Dyker, along with a longtime guest of not only the TV but the radio program, Corey Jankowski, and his Hableman Cranberry spread. No muffins this year. I remember the first time you came on, you had cranberries and you had muffin mix and you had all kinds of stuff on here.
Yeah, I had everything from Bernstad's Market, and well, if you heard that, Gordy's bought them out. All the stores, so there is no more Bernstad's on there. So I did something real nice on my car. I have to keep on redoing it because I redid my body a couple times this year already. Boo-boos down to the Dells, but I put a special thank you to Vic Bernstad's. Wonderful.
Oh, neat. Yeah, because they were on your car as well.
Yeah. So for the last couple of years, I've had Bernstad's on there, which held a lot of the produce what I brought here and stuff like that. But I have no food people on my car this year, except for, well, I got my fresh fruit.
There's a lot you can do with cranberries.
Yeah, a ton of things you can do with cranberries. So, yeah.
Corey Jankowski going to be at the Crosse Speedway here July 3rd, along with the Tundra Super Late Model Series. And number one, I understand from what I've heard from a lot of the drivers, we could see a huge car count, not only for the Tundra Super Late Models, but some of these drivers use that race as kind of a test and tune for Oktoberfest. I mean, you're coming back again. You've raced around how many countless years at La Crosse. Does that give you kind of an edge?
Yes, it does, actually. There's a lot of tracks I like to try to get to and go there and run their weekly shows. That's what Tundra's all about, is they want us to go out there and run these other weekly shows somewhere, and we use all that information so when the Tundra Series do get there, we got a little heads up. But you can't do it a week ahead of time. Reagan Meek tried to do that last year or whatever. But anyways,
and she won. I mean, that still gets talked about to this day. For those who don't remember, Reagan May had never been at the La Crosse Speedway before.
Yep.
I don't even think she had any practice time on that racetrack, and she won the entire race, and she never once had an inside lap. She ran it on the outside, which nobody does, unless you're like Steve Carlson setup type, and which is just amazing.
Yeah, yeah. So, but the get down here on July 3rd, and a lot of everybody else is going to focus on Oktoberfest.
Right.
That's the Super Bowl of it all, baby. You know, everybody looks for that Oktoberfest. I don't know about you, but it's my Super Bowl of it all. You know, show what you got.
As soon as the schedule comes out, there's vacation Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Monday, and if I need to recover again, I'll even take that next Tuesday.
Yep.
Depends how much I'm with this guy during Oktoberfest. So yeah, I know that it's a track that you like to come back to. Both Tundra and Oktoberfest, you've been very successful, especially in the past 5 or 6 years.
Yes, I actually has.
Matter of fact, the very first Faster Than Speeding Bullet I ever presented at the La Crosse Speedway was to you.
Yes,
when
it was.
I first started at La Crosse.
That was with West Coon Motorsports.
Yeah.
And boy, that car was something. It had a Ford motor in it, a B&B Ford. That thing had a ton of power in it and stuff like that. But
now, that wasn't to you. You ran 5 different.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I was jumping in and out of the cars while even touching the ground. I run 7 different divisions. It was just unreal. If you had a car, I was in it somewhere somehow. I ran everything.
And mighty successful you were.
Very well, very well. Yeah, I got a big old speeding bullet. I think I finished 2nd. I was chasing that guy down too for the futures there.
Right.
Yeah. So. Since I still hasn't competed into an ARCA show in Oktoberfest, I'm still eligible for the futures yet. Yeah, I'm a little older, but God darn it.
One of these years.
I'm going to get it sooner or later. So my goal is, and I haven't been in a Dick Trickle yet, too. I missed some, too.
The 99?
Yeah. That 1 year that it was faster than heck, you know, that was all the tires and everything for the futures race. But for the Dick Trickle, we had a tire that went bad for the qualifying stuff. And it was like, are you kidding me? So, I mean, the car was fast, but I missed it. And then I missed the opportunity to get into the show, but trying to race in there because I was like starting to back and going all through there and people in my way, and I think I tossed somebody on the side. And I go to the back of the rear, come back, missed it by 1 position. It's like, oh, darn it.
It's a racing thing.
Yes, it was rubbing. He didn't crash that bad. It was a bump and a rub, and he didn't know how to drive a loose car, I guess. I don't know. It ain't my fault.
Not the first and last time you're going to see that.
Yeah.
July 3rd, you'll be at La Crosse. Between July 3rd and Oktoberfest, what's on your plate?
What again?
Between July 3rd and the Tundras and Oktoberfest, what else do you have going on this year?
Oh, let's see here. We have the Tundra Series coming up down at Dells for the Hableman's 100, August 15th. That's going to be huge. That's always been it's getting bigger. It'll be the 3rd annual now this year, and I'll have to make sure I get some more cranberries down there. And I have something for some people. Got some can coolers. I got some made up.
Very nice.
I had Mary Schill make me up some can coolers and stuff. And then I have something else new, too. And well, I guess I can say it now because then people are like, what is it? What is it? I got some beanies being made up.
Oh, I got to get one of those.
Yeah. So
a couple years ago, you were grateful enough. I got a T-shirt that I still wear.
Yeah. So I thought beanies would be kind of cool. Because, you know, a lot of people sometimes don't like wearing hats. I don't like wearing hats.
Right.
I should wear a hat because I ain't got much hair up there to see, but...
See, I'm kind of reverse. I like hats. My son, Ryan likes to wear beanies all the time.
Yeah. But I like beanies. I think beanie would be kind of cool this year.
And you know the thing is people would wear them at Oktoberfest, left and right.
Yeah, so I'm getting a whole bunch of them made up. And I'm not the person that sells. I actually really do give them out to people. I mean, I do. I mean, it's hard to just sit there and sell something, so I just give them out, you know. But you have to come to the races. You have to be there. It's not like I'm going to mail it to you.
No giveaways on the radio show.
Technically, I did mail some my product stuff out to this one fan. He's over in Virginia, and he's been a big super fan of mine, whatever. So this last winter, whatever, I just took a whole bunch of stuff and mailed it out to him.
That's
whatever.
cool.
But it's cool to have people, and then it's all because I've been recognized from being in lacrosse, being recognized being on ASA circuits, being national, being out there and national wide,
Right.
TV programs like yourself, being on radios. People see these little guys, you got these, because look at the Eric Jones and look at all these other guys.
Oh, yeah.
Getting out there more and more racing, you're going to get these leads, and then people are going to notice, and then that's how you become more famous, sir.
Well, we're podcasting my radio show this year for the first time, so your fan in Virginia is going to be able to hear it once.
That's awesome.
I was pretty proud of that. By the way, that is 1 to 2 on WKTY. Matter of fact, this Saturday it's from 12 to 12:45 as we have a contractual baseball game right after that. But Corey's going to be on that program. He's going to help us support the Tundra Super Late Model Series this year on radio, and then on July 3rd at the Speedway. Always good to have you back in the program. We'll get you to the radio soon, and I can't wait to see what happens at Fest.
Yeah, I can't wait either, too. So, anyways, everybody, this fall they're going to be more fresher coming out of the bogs. Right now, they're beautiful. We have the beautifulest weather in Wisconsin lately with the hot, nice, warm weather. The rain's been not too bad. But anyways, this will be coming bad in your market here in October, if sooner. Actually, September, I think they start looking at them when they're going to start picking them. So, get out to your markets. They actually will have all kinds of different markets. Look it up. Habelman's on the website, and you will see everything about them.
Got a great Facebook page, too. I popped on there. And on their website, you can also click on Habelman Racing right towards the right-hand side.
Yeah, there is actually a little, I'm on there.
Corey Jankowski, it's always a pleasure to have him back on the program. Check him out on Facebook. And if you've never met him before, you got to meet this guy, especially when they come down on July 3rd. Also on that ticket is the Great Northern Sportsman Series. That'll do it for this week's program. More dirt and asphalt coverage coming up next week. Until then, support your local short tracks. We'll see you next week.